Hey, grade 5, Dr. O here again, and today we're going to review Jane Goodall's life. We explored her life last week, her work in Gombe, and whether or not she should have been in Gombe. At the end of the week, Friday, we explored deforestation that came up in our discussion of Wangari Maathai, which was yesterday. So if you can recall, for our essay, we're going to compare and contrast each of these amazing ladies' lives. So as you see here, Jane was a scientist and environmentalist. Let's talk about her family life. So she grew up in London, England. You can see there in the map in the center. And there's her mom who went with her to Gombe. And you see there on the left, Jane actually in Gombe starting her work as a scientist and her study of chimpanzees. So that's where it all began. And so she was really quite far from her home, as you well know, in Gombe, in a very isolated location. Incidentally, she was interested in animals for her whole life. I read once that she kept worms, or would bring worms and put them under her pillow in her room as she studied them. So Gombe is located in Tanzania, or Tanzania. It's been pronounced by Tanzanians that I've met. And I had shared you an earlier picture in the video where I was on the border of between Kenya and Tanzania. And then this map here on the right, you can see where Gombe is actually located. And not that far away from the source of the Nile River, which is actually right here, just north of there. So that's Gombe, that's where she was. You could see really deep into the heart of Africa. So as you well know, she did research on chimpanzees. She became an expert on chimpanzees. She determined they used tools. She determined that they ate meat. And, her study continues to this day and really educated all of us on their behaviors and how they function as organisms. And certainly now we know more about chimps, and we can also take that information about organisms and help us understand other organisms. And Jane mentions in a video you're going to see shortly that she actually learned about other organisms that live near the chimps, which was helpful as well. She started what's called the Jane Goodall Institute, and that continues to this day. Jane is still alive, and that organization, like as with Wangari Maathai, fights to protect environments all over the world. Her program called Roots and Shoots for Kids encourages, as you can imagine, the planting of trees and plants and restoring our natural habitats over time. So her work encompasses many different things. If you click on the image, Jane Goodall Institute, you'll find just an excellent video on her life that will explain in detail the many great things she does. Following this video, you're going to be writing out several facts about Jane's life. What are the things that she did that help make our world a better place? Keep in mind, you're going to combine these thoughts with the ideas from Wangari and write an outstanding essay, and that will happen tomorrow. So enjoy the video, and we'll see you tomorrow.